Okay, so we can start now. Today, I thought to change my, the monk-like robe, and I thought to purchase a, warrior-like clothes. Why? Because today we are going to have a session on resilience, okay? The resilience and mental health. So I just thought about, wearing like a medieval warrior like clothes so that, I can do some justice with the topic that I am going to speak about. So today our topic is resilience in mental health, not only in mental health, in our life as general. So, when we talk about this particular word called resilience, I think you all know the meaning. Even if you do not know, just let me tell you, resilience is basically our ability to bounce back from any kind of adversity. And those adversity could be of any kind, like an accident, financial difficulties, mental health challenge, maybe a breakup or divorce, or losing job, losing some closed one. It could be anyone. And nowadays, in this modern time, we go through many challenges. I mean, every day is full of challenges, maybe in our personal life or maybe in our professional life. And this is one skill which actually teaches us that how we can, bounce back from any kind of adversity. And there are many examples actually. If you look at the life of Nelson Mandela, I think he spent around 23 years in jail, in prison. But when he came out from the prison, he was not bitter, but he was better. Okay, and he tried to, uh, um, uh, you know, become very productive and tried to do something very positive and constructive for the welfare of the society and the country. If we look at the life of J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, she was a single mom, single mother without any job. Uh, she was just staying in a very remote, isolated place just near a hospital, and she had to actually go to a coffee shop where she can, write in peace. Also, we can, and the more when she, gave the manuscript to different publishers, they all rejected her manuscript. I think she got rejected more than 20 times. The Harry Potter book got rejected, and when it got published, it created a history. Or we can look at the life of Malala, and I think she won a Nobel Peace Prize. She was from Pakistan, and she was trying to, promote education for female and the human right and the female right. So there are many such examples of resilience where a person went through difficulties, challenges, a different kind of setback, but they could, they could come back. They could return with all their vigor and all their honor, with all their dignity, and they really changed the world. And since we are discussing resilience in relations with our mental health, even if you look at some famous personalities, like, for example, Mozart, Beethoven, um, they all suffered from manic depressions. Michelangelo, the person who painted the mesmerizing Sistine Chapel, he also suffered from, autism spectrum disorder. And you can read the life of Charles Darwin, the person who taught us about evolution. He suffered from agoraphobia, and by the age of 30, uh, his condition was so severe, he was almost bedridden. But all these people, did not give up. and they actually started working on their life. They started working on their skills, and they changed the world. Even the Charles Dickens, the famous author, he also suffered from different kind of mental, some kind of depression, clinical depression. So there are many such examples. uh, One country comes to my mind when we talk about resilience, and that is Japan. If we look at the history of Japan in last 100 years, like they had very severe earthquake. Many people died. They had Japan was bombed. Nuclear bombed. They had tsunami. They had typhoon, and many such things. So each time they bounced back. Each time, even in the last 100 years of their history, it's full of calamities. It's full of sometimes war, nuclear attack, and each time the Japan returned to its glory. And in Japan, for resilience, they always use the symbol or sign of a bamboo. Bamboo. Why? Because when storm comes, or if a strong wind or something, the bamboo bends, but it's not uprooted. So the bamboo bends, but it's not, it doesn't break, or it doesn't get uprooted. So Japanese people, they always use the symbol of bamboo to show the resilience in our mind, in human spirit. So today we are going to uh, discuss this particular topic, resilience, from psychological and neuroscience perspective. So I will talk about something what psychology talks about resilience. And when I talk about psychology, it's actually positive psychology, which is a uh, comparatively a modern field of psychology, not very new, but we can say it's a modern field of psychology. It's evolving from last 20 to 30 years. And also I will discuss some research from a neuroscience perspective, that how we can become resilient. And we will also share each other's experience, because we all learn from each other, and that is how the community is so important. And I'm so glad that I could be a part of this community, where we can learn from each other, and share our experience in a very open and safe space. Okay, so we can start, and if you have any question, you can ask me at the end of the session, and I'll be very glad to answer you. Or you can type in the chat window at any point of time, and I'll be very glad to answer you. So uh, when it comes to practice resilience, okay, we should remember resilience is not something which is inborn. Okay, it's a skill that we can practice, we can cultivate over time. Okay, no one is born within a very high level of resilience. No, it's not like that. Okay, we all can practice just like any other skill. So when we talk about resilience, the first thing which is very important to give us the confidence and give us the um, faith that yes, we can do that, it's called uh, self-efficacy. So this self-efficacy was coined by a psychologist called Albert Bandura, and his research and his writing was very interesting. If you would like to know more in details, you can just Google Albert Bandura, and you can check his researches and his theories and his teachings. So, what is self-efficacy? Self-efficacy is a faith in our ability that no matter what happens, yeah, I can bounce back. Yeah, I can get a job once again. Yes, I can, start my business once again. Yes, I can become healthy once again. Yes, I can, become functional once again. So this belief, this this faith on ourselves, and he termed this self-efficacy. And he found those people who always have this belief that yes, they can, uh, or sometimes if any challenges comes or any difficult thing comes, rather than saying I cannot deal with it, no, no, it's not my cup of tea, we can say okay, let me try. Maybe just like a difficult question paper in our exam, a very difficult mathematics question or physics question or a biology question, just seeing the question, oh no, 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 I cannot do that. Instead of saying that, if we can say, if we just say okay, let me try, this let me try and I can do this, it changes the entire paradigm. And that is why in modern world it says that this I can attitude is um, more important than our IQ, which is intelligence quotient. So this I can attitude, yes I can, no matter what happens, yes I can. So this is one thing, self-efficacy, which is very, very important when it comes to resilience. The second thing that we can discuss, that any kind of mental or physical activity, it could be mindfulness, it could be yoga, it could be any kind of meditation, tai chi, exercise, jogging, cardio, any kind of physical outdoor sport, all this helps, because it has been found that those people who have better resilience, they can manage, or I would say, um, they have better regulation of stress hormone called cortisols. So through research, it has been found that those people who has higher level of resilience, they they have a better regulation of the stress hormone called cortisol. So we can always engage into this mindfulness, yoga, any kind of meditation, tai chi, exercise, cycling, because it's not only reduces cortisols, which is actually a causing hormone, it also increases our self-awareness. It improves our emotional regulation. It increases our cognitive flexibility or cognitive functions. Okay, what is the second thing that we can do? Okay, because there are few people who have a very negative thought pattern, like they are not able to see any positive in their life, and they are always being pessimistic, uh, doubting their ability, doubting their I mean self-esteem, and they just think, no, no, I cannot do that. Oh, it's beyond my capacity, and always looking at the pessimistic things. So for them, there is one thing which is very helpful, which is called CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. But for that, you need to go to a certified counselor or certified psychologist. What is CBT? In CBT, what happens? They identify and they challenge these negative thought patterns, and then slowly and gradually they replace them with more positive, constructive, and realistic ones. Sometimes what happens, we fear a lot of things and we think that many bad things will happen, or if I do this thing, it will turn into a catastrophe. But in reality that doesn't happen, and this is very common for people who are suffering with OCD, who are suffering with PTSD, those people sometimes who are suffering with depression, suffering with bipolar disorder. They tend to catastrophize. They always think about the extreme bad outcome from in a particular situation. So for them, CBT is very helpful. And nowadays, in modern time, mindfulness is one of the component of CBT. Yes, those people who do this cognitive behavioral therapy, they also sometimes teach mindfulness as per the client's need, as per the person need. The next thing is positive psychology. Focusing on the on our positive emotions. Okay, like rather than thinking, oh, I'm not good at this, we can focus on something that we are good at. I mean, we all have some flaws, and not all are all rounder or good at everything. We all are good at something and not so good at something. But if we keep on focusing on something that we are not good at, we won't be able to make ourselves better, or we won't be able to excel in things that we are good at. So instead of focusing on our weakness, we can focus on our strength. And positive psychology really teaches this particular thing. And not only this finding strength, also how we can. Great. I'd love to, Liz. Thank you so much. So we all can go to this character strength spark to find our focus. Focus on our strength. Great. And positive psychology also teaches about gratitude, the power of gratitude, and how we can help other, and how we can practice compassion, how we can practice non-judgmental attitude, how we can practice even happiness. Yes, positive psychology says that happiness is a skill, and we can learn this skill so that we can have a happy state of mind. It's not always something which is happening outside, it is also something which is happening inside of us. So you all can learn a little bit about positive psychology. There is one person who is very famous, Martin Seligman, but there are other positive psychologists as well. I heard about one very popular person who teaches positive psychology in Harvard, and students are crazy to attend his lecture. Probably his name is Tal Ben Shahar. Tal Ben Shahar, a person from probably from Israel, and he teaches positive psychology class on Harvard University. And I heard that people are crazy to attend his session. His session is so good, so full of examples, and everyone could relate with their life. Good. So positive psychology is another thing. One more important factor when it comes to resilience is strong social connection. It has been found that those people who has high level of resilience, they have strong social connection, like they have emotional support, they have good friends, they have a community like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Second Life is wonderful, a perfect place for this social support. Even though we are not able to see each other, physically, but we all come through this avatar, and we can talk to each other, we can share each other's feelings, we can learn from each other, and this is how a community thrives, and we all get benefited from this kind of community. So we all should thank Liz for you know bringing us together and building such a wonderful place. And also Sunny, I did not know about this place. Sunny, she told me about this place, and she gave me the information. So you know thanks to both Liz and Sunny. So any kind of social connection or strong social connection promote the overall well-being in our life. So these are the things that we all can read about, practice, learn more about this thing, all this thing that we have discussed: mindfulness, CBT, positive psychology. uh, we can do any kind of yoga, any kind of exercise, or we can participate in any kind of physical game or even indoor games also. Now, let me discuss some research. I always, love to talk about some researches so that, you have a idea that it worked for people, so it can work for me as well. Okay. So whenever we talk about any particular research, it's a tangible fact which we can, believe in. And then we have more faith about this practice that, okay, it has worked for many other people, it will work for me as well. So it has been found that those people who has good level of resilience, you know, they get sufficient sleep. Sleep is very, very important when it comes to our mental health and our physical health. Even though, there is a, yeah, yeah, Karo, no issue. Yeah. So even though, now there is a trend in many social media, in different places, we see people talking that they just sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours. There is a hustle culture where, they say life is short, we should not spend time sleeping. But sleep is very important for our physical and mental health. Like we should sleep at least 6 to 7 hours every day, um, for good mental health. And also, it has been found that those people who get sufficient sleep every day, their resilience level is also quite high as compared to other people. Okay. Uh, it has also been found that those people who are strong, they do not break easily, or they always look for the solution. I mean, they are not problem oriented, but they are the solution oriented people. Yes, they get challenges, yes, they get setbacks, but they always look for opportunities, and they always look for ways, to bounce back. They always look for um, like how they can solve the problem, solve the issue, be it in professional life or in personal life. It has been found that those people have increased neurogenesis in a brain region called hippocampus. What is neurogenesis? Growing new neurons or producing new neurons in a particular brain region called hippocampus. And hippocampus is responsible for our learning, our memory, when we are trying to focus, when we are trying to pay attention to something. So this is one research which was they have found this. The second thing is, um, like which I have already discussed, that they have found that those people who had high level of resilience, they have better regulation of stress hormones, which is cortisol. Okay. The third thing that they have found that these people have better self-efficacy as compared to people uh, who always look at the dark side of life or negative side of life. So those people who are resilient, those people who always face challenges and fight through it, and uh, they have more better self efficacy. Also, it has been found that mindfulness, CBT, and social support, and some other thing that I have discussed, they have also contributed to a human life when it comes to resilience. So I'm not going deeper into the mindfulness today, because we have had a lot of sessions on mindfulness and how it increases different qualities, and how we can reduce stress and all such things. So CBT also very helpful when it comes to practice resilience. But as I told you, not everyone is expert in CBT. So you have to go to a certified psychologist or counselor for doing this CBT. And social support is so very important. I mean, we all are human beings, and we all need each other. Ah, okay, okay, no issue, Mac. Have a nice time. Thanks for joining. So we all are human beings, and we all, need each other. And this is why, the importance of family, the importance of community, the importance of this kind of circle, this kind of support group is very important, because it gives us a lot of hope. We do not feel insecure. We feel, okay, there is someone for me. If anything happens, or if I'm going through something, I can share it to someone. I can talk about it, and then I can get help. Like, we are not alone, and the challenges that you are having right now, many other people are also having. So the moment we share with each other, solution starts to come. Okay, so this is another important thing. A few more things which comes when it comes to resilience, like it has been found, the diet is also very important. Some other activities like deep breathing activities, okay, that is also promotes our resilience. And I think you all have seen these in movies or in some books, that whenever you feel anxiety or whenever you feel overwhelmed, just take some deep breathing and you will be all right. It is actually true. I mean, scientifically, it's true. If you can do deep breathing for a few minutes, it actually calms you down. So that is why it becomes very famous, and it has been shown in movies and books and in other places. And the most important thing when it comes to resilience, that like it's inevitable, we all are going to get some failures in our life. Maybe we can go through some challenging times, maybe some grief cycle, all this losing job, losing up loved ones. Maybe a person is had an accident and he was admitted in hospital for 2 3 months, and then slowly he or she is coming back to life. All this thing happens to all of us. So what we should do, we should not. And many people fail in different things, maybe failure in jobs, failing doing a business, failing becoming an artist, failing becoming a husband or wife. That also happens. So we should not think them as failure. So this is very important. What we can learn from positive psychology. I'm not saying this. Positive psychologists are saying that all the setbacks, all the challenges, all the failures, we should view them as a learning experience rather than failure, rather than setbacks, rather than challenges. So we all are, going through a learning curve, and even something bad is happening, we are learning something, from it. So this particular attitude changes our perception, that even I'm going through some challenging time, even I'm going through some failures, I'm also learning. That famous person, Thomas Edison, who invented bulb. So a person, and he actually tried 1,000 times to invent a bulb, and probably on 1,000 time he actually created a bulb, the older prototype of a bulb which was working. So one person asked him, like, you have failed 999 times and you have wasted a lot of time. What about that? And he jokingly replied that in those 999 times, I learned how not to create a bulb, or how not to make a bulb. So nothing is waste. We are always learning. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So whenever we are faced with a challenge, it could be a physical illness, it could be a mental illness, it could be any kind of life events. We always have two choices. Either we can just be pessimistic, we can cry in despair, we can cling to the darkness, or we can get up. We can be firm. We can fight. And we can reach to the light where we all belong. So, by this, I'm saying I'm closing this session right now. And now, if you have any question or would like to share your experience, I'll be very glad to listen to it. Wow, Liz. Liz is a living testament of all the things that we have discussed. So I always admire Liz and her tenacity, her willingness to learn new things. Yeah, Suki, exactly. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Right, right, right. Yeah, we all learn from Liz. Yes. Thank you so much, Liz, for sharing your experience. So, if anyone else would like to share your experience, even in chat or in voice, that is fine. So we will take some question and sharing, and then we can close today's session. And also, I am going to share you a link if you would like to know more about the research which uh, had taken place. You can, read this article as a reference. Okay. So this is the, yeah, yeah, sure, Samu, sure. So this is the article. You can refer to this article and you can learn more about the resilience in life. Yeah, you're most welcome. Any question or anyone would like to share their experience about resilience, like how you got some challenges and how you got over or how you recovered from it? If you feel like you can do that. Or if you have any question, whatever we have discussed today regarding the psychology and neuroscience and other examples. Okay, so if no question, then we can close the session today. And next Monday, we shall cover some other topic. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming and joining the session. That actually inspires me to learn more and, sharing the little things that I could learn. Yeah, you're most welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and let's all practice some of the things that we have discussed, like gratitude, compassion, mindfulness, or we can do some exercise and other things. Okay. Okay, yeah, happy Diwali. Soon we are going to have a festival in India which is known as Diwali. It's basically a festival of light. So thanks once again, Sunny, for wishing me, and I also wish you everyone a happy Diwali. Like I said that when we have resilience, we get up, we become firm, and we fight through, and we reach to the light where we all belong. So happy Diwali, everyone, and namaste.